Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, the 15th of November, and it is time for Crypto Talk. And what a privilege for us as the Crypto School to be serving you tonight on this beautiful, hot summer's day. And at last, we have a summer's day in South Africa. Let me just mute everyone. Welcome to this call. And it's a privilege, as I said, serving you. And tonight, we have a special guest speaker that is already part of the team and not a guest speaker anymore, because every 6 weeks, roundabout, we have him on the call. And so he's actually someone that's in-house. It feels like, he's not, but it feels like. So sorry for that analogy, Richard, but we'll introduce you just now. But the market's at an interesting place where we're going a little bit sideways at the moment. And that's always interesting times. Half the community will tell you it's going to go down, the other half will tell you it will go up, and half the community will be correct and the other half will not be correct. And that's just part of where we're at. And that's part of Live with Crypto. But we have, apart from our guest speaker, and thank you, Marius, for allowing the people into the room as I talk. And we just wait, I'm talking to just get everybody to get online. And tonight, apart from our guest speaker, we have the usual suspects, Jason, our subject matter expert on crypto trading at the Crypto School, on the call. He will give us some little insight into the market. We have Andre that will come and show us, our protege, and he will come and show us what he learned in the past week. And Marius will say 1 or 2 words about his day trading going on. And so, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the program for tonight, apart from our guest speaker. But before I introduce my guest speaker, just get the team to say hello so that you see the faces. Marius, please say hello to the...
Great, thank you. Always great to be here. My son is just in front of me, busy with my other phone. And that's a great thing of being in crypto and being financially free with crypto is that you can spend time with the family. And Daniel, yes, what do we always say? When is the best time to plant a tree? It's 20 years ago. And the other time is today. And the same with crypto. When is the time to get into crypto is today, because we've still got a lot of growth left in the crypto world, and I'm so looking forward to it. But more than that, I'm looking forward to tonight and what Richard will bring to us. Thank you, Daniel.
Cool, thank you, Marius. Then next, the subject matter expert on crypto trading at the Crypto School. Jason, please hello to the team.
Evening, everybody. Yes, Donnie, you mentioned about I'm not sure what the market's going to do. Just look at this morning. We had a push this last night on Bitcoin moving up, and then it got rejected and it came all the way back down again this afternoon. So it is a bit undecisive at the moment, but nonetheless, we've seen some nice moves in specific coins. Last week, we had some nice moves in the old traditional 2017 coins, the Litecoins, the Bitcoin Cashers, XRPs of the world. Crypto is not dead. It's alive and well. There is other coins out there that are moving. So we just have to take advantage of what the market's giving us. But Richard, yeah, great to have you on the call tonight. I always look forward to hearing from you.
We appreciate what you bring to the party and always being on the ball with the numbers. Last but not least, before I introduce Richard, Andre, our protege, tell us hello to the team.
Yeah, good morning. Almost said good morning. I don't know, Australia or wherever, and they would understand. But yeah, good evening, guys. I hope everyone is well, and I hope you are enjoying the market. And I am excited to hear what Uncle Richard are going to tell us tonight.
Don't scare our guest away, Andre. Thank you for that, buddy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have Richard in the house, Richard De Sousa, the CEO, the founder, the coder, the jack of all trades, master of everything at Altcoin Trader on the call again. And Richard, it's so cool to have you. It's like family. It's as if you're part of the party, and everyone can see Altcoin Trader in our background because we as a team are big supporters of Altcoin Trader due to the service that we receive. And thank you. Please convey our message of thanks to the whole team. And we know you're under severe pressure with all the people getting added daily to Altcoin Trader, but that's a good problem to have. Rather have too many people signing up and registering accounts than no one. And it's an interesting space. We're only in the baby shoes of crypto, although a lot of people don't believe that. And thank you for what you're doing in the background. Easy Save is the easiest way to make money in crypto. there is anywhere in this universe. And tonight we're going to talk about this opportunity, this whole new universe that we have, or as Richard called it, the new financial system, crypto, and the adoption of crypto as the new financial system. And Richard, we look forward to hearing from you. Please say hello to the team and do your thing.
Donnie, thanks very much for having me. I always appreciate being on here and having the chance to share with you guys. Good evening to the team. You guys are always so welcoming, and I really appreciate that. As I always say when I start, crypto is something that I'm extremely passionate about. So for me, talking and sharing what I know and some of the things, it's an absolute pleasure. It doesn't feel like work at all. This evening, I want to talk about crypto adoption. I want to talk about the way adoption is actually happening, because I'd like to suggest that it's not what we think it is. We're all looking at crypto adoption and we're thinking that we can anticipate and see how it's going to happen. But I just want to change the view, move the camera slightly, and show us a different way and what I think is a likely scenario for how crypto is going to adopt, crypto adoption, or crypto is going to go mainstream. This amazing alternative financial system that we are all building, and that there's thousands of really intelligent people working on, devoting their lives to every day, is something that is growing at a rate we cannot even begin to imagine. As Donnie said, it's very early stages. One of the things that when we talk about crypto adoption, I can't go and buy a hamburger with my Bitcoin. Not only that, when I speak to people, a lot of them don't even know about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So this adoption is not really as prevalent as everyone thinks it is. I just want to talk about a couple of adoption stories, and then I'm going to take you on a little bit of a journey to the left and to the right to tell you where I think the adoption is happening right now and the opportunities that we could be missing if we don't understand the way this alternative financial system is rolling out. Just a couple of headlines. We see that Google removed the 2018 ban that restricted crypto exchanges and crypto businesses from advertising. That was a massive green flag. We see the Indian government reverses the decision to ban cryptocurrencies. We saw CryptoPunk selling earlier this year for $11.8 million US, which is really a headline that still leaves my head spinning. We've seen Visa actually go and buy a CryptoPunk. You know, that's just Visa, one of the major financial players, signaling to everyone that crypto is here to stay. NFTs are not as crazy as everyone thinks. We've seen MasterCard getting involved with crypto, wanting with a lot of different offerings to the crypto sector, to the crypto industry, and trying to onboard people to use MasterCard in crypto. One of the massive stories, of course, is PayPal allowing users to buy and sell cryptocurrencies right in the PayPal app. PayPal, a massive financial institution, traditional finance, now bridging over to cryptocurrency. Guys, in the words of Lark Davis, people are not bullish enough. And then, of course, El Salvador. We've seen them adopting Bitcoin as legal tender. So really, if you never want to have anything to do with fiat or the old traditional financial system again, take your Bitcoin, go over to El Salvador, and you can live in a crypto-only financial system. And then the last thing, which I'll just point out, is that China, the banned crypto, the unbanned crypto, they are currently consulting as to whether or not they should lift the ban of crypto. They're wanting to consult with the people. But behind the scenes, we can see that this is extremely bullish. And we know that China is looking at backtracking on what they did with banning the mining and banning everything. But still, all of this bullish news, and as I said earlier, you cannot go and buy anything with your crypto. So what is this adoption? I'd like to suggest that adoption we are going to see in 4 stages. And of course, a lot of these stages will happen together. But just humor me, I'm going to outline these stages one by one. The first stage is DeFi, finance, and investing. Now, let me give you an idea. With Ethereum, and I'm only talking about Ethereum, earlier this year, we had $12 billion US locked in value on DeFi. Now we're looking at $113 billion locked in Ethereum DeFi. That's just under a 10x growth in less than a year. What is happening and what people are starting to adopt, and at this stage, I believe it's mainly retail investors, but we'll soon see the institutional investors. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an example. Let's say I have 600,000 Rand. Now, 600,000 Rand is a reasonable sum of money in South Africa. Not many people fortunate enough to have that money, but traditionally, one of the best things you could invest it in would be property. So let's assume I go and buy a property and I get a tenant for a property like that would be about 6,000 Rand a month. Typically, you would have to pay about 350 Rand for rates and taxes, and you would have a levy of about 1,800 Rand. That would give you 3,850 Rand monthly income. Once you've paid your taxes, you're getting around about 2,000 Rand, slightly under 2,000 Rand a month from a 600,000 Rand investment. Now, guys, that's not very interesting to me. If you're investing 600,000, you're getting 2 grand a month. And we all know that the growth in property, well, it does ebb and flow. Over the last couple of years, it hasn't been anything exciting. Now, if you're a degen investor, and I don't suggest this, guys, but I'm really just illustrating a different example, and you put 600,000 into PancakeSwap, you're going to generate 27,500 Rand a month. Okay, now all of a sudden, that is interesting to me. You take your 6 grand, property 2,000, PancakeSwap, staking 27,500. Okay, let's just try and be a little bit more reasonable. If you had to just go into a curve pool and stake your 600,000 there, you would probably earn around about 7,500 Rand a month from the curve pool in stable coins. So that is certainly a lot more substantial than the 2,000 Rand that you'd be getting from your property investment. Or even if you weren't really very savvy in the DeFi world, you could go and invest that in Altcoin Trader, just simply buy Tron, hope the price of Tron doesn't tank, put it in Easy Save, and you'd be making about 5,200 a month. Of course, you would also have to pay taxes on these latter figures that I've given you, but it really does highlight the huge difference that is right now available if you invest in DeFi, if you invest in the alternative financial system, as opposed to the traditional financial system. Let's take it a step further. If you didn't have 600,000 and you wanted to do the responsible thing, you wanted to invest for your future, you would typically consult a financial advisor. And I like to call these guys reps for either Sanlam or whatever financial company it is. So they would come in as financial advisors and they would offer you products. You could maybe get 10%, 5% per annum. And if they did really well, they could maybe, if things just went well, you could get 25%. Now, if that was offered to a crypto investor, you would go, whoa, what's wrong? Did something happen with the coin? We are used to thousands of percent per annum. Just to give you a quick example, Bitcoin this year, it's about 400% up. Ethereum, over 1,000% growth. Now, if someone in the traditional financial system is offering me, if things go well, 25%, and I'm used to 1,000%, it's really something that I could not even consider. Then, this adoption of what is happening in the DeFi space, people that are a little bit savvy can stake their coins. Proof of stake is absolutely massive. So now we are seeing 2 areas of growth. There's no longer a single area of growth. We're seeing the growth in the value of the coin. You buy Bitcoin, you buy Ethereum, hundreds or thousands of percent growth. That's great. Not only that, you earn interest, and that interest compounds the growth, and all of a sudden the figures become almost unbelievable. But it's been happening, and it hasn't only happened this year. It happened last year. It started to happen in 2019. And because we are so new, we are seeing these huge interest rates. And I have no doubt that over time, as more people come in, we will start to see a cooling of these insane returns. But right now, it's the place to be, and it's the place to earn these insane returns. So the financial space, investing, decentralized finance, loans, and all of those aspects, that's where I think the adoption is coming. It's not purchasing. You can't take your crypto and go down to Pick and buy something, because that is not really happening now. But the finance area is building up and is becoming massive. So when we talk about crypto adoption, let's shift our eyes over and say the financial aspect of crypto is growing, and the man on the street is not seeing it, because how many investment bankers are there? There's not many. How many finance guys are there? There's not many. Even people in crypto are very often into trading and are very often into counting their returns from the appreciation of the coins. They're not into the finance side of it, where we are seeing this immense growth. And that is the adoption that is exciting me very much. Then the next wave of adoption that I think we are going to see, and it is going to take off and is going to boost the space to the next level, is, of course, gaming is a trillion-dollar industry. And once gaming starts to get, and we've seen Axie Infinity, we've seen one or two games, the waters are starting to bubble. Game is like a drug, it's crack. People get hooked on gaming. Mix that with earning while gaming, and it is something that is going to send crypto into orbit. So just to have a quick recap, first, I'm seeing the mass adoption in the financial and investment space. I see on the horizon, not too far away, gaming in the crypto space with the earning element coming and becoming extremely addictive, bolstering this crypto space. Then at that point, we are going to start to see purchasing become more commonplace. And when I say purchasing, having the ability to spend your crypto on day-to-day items, because that is what most people think adoption is. And I'm almost suggesting that that is going to be, for lack of a better word, and just for tonight's talk, that is going to be wave 3. And then finally, wave 4, which we've heard rumblings of, we're seeing it more and more, it's coming up, is of course the metaverse. It's getting into the electronic space. Our cell phone is basically an extension of our consciousness right now. It's an extension of our existence, because a lot of our personal interaction is taking place on our cell phones, not face-to-face anymore. We've seen a lot of Zoom meetings like this. We've seen a lot of virtual meetings happening. Obviously, this is the beginning of this type of technology. We need to get it to a point where we can put it on a mask and all be together, or at least seem to be together. We've seen Facebook rebrand to Meta. Obviously, Mark Zuckerberg has got this vision. It's not a new vision to him. He's been doing it for years. I think it's 7 years he's been trying to move towards this, because visionaries like him are seeing what is going to happen in the future. Now, that I believe is going to be coupled with crypto apps, messaging apps, and communication apps, where you can pay people seamlessly for anything you want, whether it's a comment they made. If you, instead of smashing the like button, send them 5 or 10 cents, micro payments. And once that happens, of course, that will also just engulf things. So this crypto aspect, this financial system that we are seeing grow, is not growing the way or the typical way that we think it's growing. It's growing in a much faster way behind the scenes, if that makes sense. Guys, now, of course, with staking, there's 2 ways to stake right now, because after hearing all of those figures, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, how can I earn that 27,000 Rand with my 600 Rand investment? And I'd just like to say that, obviously, for expressing my point, I've taken the very high points and the very low points, exaggeration for effect, but these type of gains are easy. If you are knowledgeable in this crypto space, I would urge you, if you're not earning insane passive income, to go to websites like stakingrewards.com and looking at all the opportunities that are there. They're nicely listed. You can see what coins you hold, what coins are not working for you, and you can put them to work by going to sites like stakingrewards.com. If you're new to this space, I would say you need to actually get your feet wet, start with small amounts. Places like Altcoin Trader, like the Easy Save platform, where it is exactly as the name implies, it's easy to save. You You can simply go and stake your crypto there and see those returns within a couple of minutes. The nice thing about EasySave, of course, is no fees, no lock-in periods, see your interest growing immediately, and access to your funds at any stage. You can just pull your funds out. You don't have to give notice. We've tried to make it as easy, cheap, and user-friendly as humanly possible. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I really am very excited about the space. I think that we are in a very exciting time to be alive, watching this whole thing play out. It is the opportunity to make generational wealth. In the words of Roll Paul, even a blind chimp can make money in cryptocurrencies. Donnie, that's it from me. I hope that little chat added some value and inspired some people to start looking at the opportunities that are out there. And if not, just at least inspire them to understand what is about to happen and this flood of finances that is about to flow into the DeFi aspect of cryptocurrency.
Well done. Thank you, Richard. Yes, well spoken, well said. I want to go and add more money in there. So thank you, Richard. Yes, I like the way that you unpack them with your 4 stages. And I can truly see that happening. And thank you for that guidance and assisting me to see that happening. Because if you look at what's happening now, and if we look at what's happening in our team, and our team is growing on a daily basis, our team is growing, we're adding people to the fold that we just assist and help. We call them friends. We just assist and help them into crypto and to start making what you call insane gains. And once we get people, show them how easy it is to crypto. You know what? The first time that you talk to them about crypto, the first time they open the account, one of the first things they ever ask is, but how do I get that money back into my bank account? Until they see the growth, then they want all the money in the bank account out of the bank account and into crypto. And that's the thing. We have to expose people to this. And so slowly but surely, without giving financial advice, but just telling and showing and helping and guiding, we are using Altcoin Trader as an onboard method to get more and more people exposed to exactly these different steps. Because if we don't start today, we are going to be so behind the 8 ball in 2, 3, 4 years' time. And we said that 3 years ago as well. So 3 years ago, we already said, guys, girls, get in there, get your account open, get your KYC done. And we know in December 2017, people sold their wallet addresses purely because no one could register new wallet addresses. And as mass adoption happens, we will get more and more of that, seasons like that. And thank you for making us aware. And thank you for the effective way that you've introduced that. So I'm going to open, with your permission, I'm going to open the mics and say, if there's someone in the community that's got a question for us as a team now, and I see Ed is unmuted immediately. Ed, please go ahead.
Hi, Daniel and Richard. Always great to have you on Monday evening with us. Thanks again and I just would like to amplify some of the points to the effect that there is no bigger investment opportunity than crypto in the next decade. We're looking at current market cap around about $1 trillion, and we're looking to 10 to 15x that by 2030. And by 2023, that's less than 2 years, we're looking at 1 billion people in this market. There's mass adoption that is going to take place. You've already mentioned PayPal. And I'm glad to see, I see Sally Ann Peisel. I know her here from Cape Town. Glad to see her on the call, and some other friends that I've invited this evening. My message to them is, I don't want them to point a finger at me in a year or 2 years' time to say, but why didn't you tell me about crypto? So I can say to you, Richard, some of those friends that's on here, they are also Altcoin Trader customers, started this year, and some of them have already made some good money. Thanks very much, Daniel.
Cool. Thank you, Ed. Yeah, Richard. Ed is one of our community members contributing big time, living in Cape Town, and they're not all that slow in Cape Town. As you could hear, he picked up on this thing. Anyone else with a comment?
Yeah, look, absolutely. Look, I work for Richard, so always a pleasure to hear him talk passionately about these subjects. I think from my perspective, I think we're making massive gains in the sense that we are starting to create a proper community in South Africa around crypto adoption and around how we approach regulators and things like that. CASA, for those that don't know, is the Crypto Asset Association of South Africa. It's taken massive leaps forward. We've got close to 43 members now. Every crypto company you can think of is pretty much signed up to CASA. We haven't got a website, so don't go searching for us yet, but we are working on that. Altcoin Trader is kindly sponsoring the building of the websites and things like that, and partly some of my time. But what's really nice is seeing all the crypto firms joining together, whether arbitrage offerings, whether they're crypto hardware providers out from Nelspruit, whether they big exchanges. What we're seeing is some really good leaps forward, and it's just so encouraging to see that we might actually be building up a community this size where we have some genuine impact on regulatory decisions and things like that, which is, for me, is really encouraging. And I think it's a great thing to see. We want to lobby regulators to obviously not make decisions that will hinder innovation, but encourage the growth of this nascent industry and clearly support us as we bring socio-economic benefits to the whole country. So from my side, yeah, look, always a pleasure joining these kind of calls. So it was great to be part of it. And I think the other angle to this whole 80, 90, 3,000% growth story is we're actually seeing regulatory clarity starting to slowly come out. And I think that is where a lot of investors actually really feel uncomfortable putting their hard-earned money into this nascent industry because we lack the regulatory clarity. And I'm starting to see that coming out from the words I see from the Reserve Bank, et cetera, et cetera. And I think it's really going to, hopefully, look, you guys all know in South Africa, these regulations move slowly. Our government moves slowly on things like that. But I see the direction it's taking. I'm really encouraged by the direction it's taking. So thank you, everyone. That's it from me.
Cool. Thank you, David. We appreciate that input. I've seen Liesel, you've been unmuted and then fell off the call and be back. Liesel, was it by accident or did you want to say something? Okay, Liesel is quiet now. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for that. And thank you, Ed. Thank you, David, for the contributions. And yes, it's important that we get this going and that we run with this. And let's quickly go to Jason. And to give everyone a little break, let's go to Jason, our subject matter expert on crypto trading. And Jason, you always have something to say about the market. What's happening at the moment, buddy?
Thanks, Donnie. Thanks, Richard. That was great. And what really excites me is those last two, the gaming and the metaverse. That's really exciting places. And I think, as you say, some of those coins there are going to show some massive gains over the next couple of months. So, yes, I'd just like to give a quick look at the markets where we currently are. And we start off by looking at the king, which is Bitcoin. And the reason why we look at Bitcoin is obviously because it's got the biggest market cap out of all the coins, and it's a leader. You know, if Bitcoin sneezes, the rest of the market tends to sneeze. So I've gone into the daily chart here of Bitcoin, and I just want to give you a view of where we come from in the last couple of months. So in April this year, we hit an all-time high of 64,000. We had a drop in May that came down. There was an accumulation from May to July at the bottom around about $30,000. And then on the 20th of July, we started moving up. And you can see that we've been moving up steadily over the last couple of months. And we've gone to a sort of a rising wedge formation. Now, with the rising wedge formation, there's a tendency of it to actually drop off and go down to retest lower levels before moving up again. And that number is normally around about 68% chance of breaking down. But there's always a chance that it does carry on moving up and carries on, you know, with its trend moving up to higher levels. But what is concerning me is really on smaller time frames. And I've actually changed my stance. Like Donnie alluded earlier, we're not too sure what the market's doing. And when I did my presentation this morning, we saw that Bitcoin actually had a decent move overnight, where it went from where we now. We went from about 64,000 and we went right up to about 66,000 overnight. And we thought that this price would actually carry on going up. but we got rejected at 66,000, and now we've come back down, and we're really on a make or break area right now on this trend line. And the second point that I want to show you here is a chart called the USDT chart. Now, USDT is a stable coin and is a point of safety. So when traders exit the normal coins like a Bitcoin or Ethereum, they would go to a stable coin that holds its price. And the most common one used is a USDT. Now, the reason why I chart a USDT is to see where the money is flowing. Is the money flowing out of stable into the crypto or back from crypto into stable? And like I showed you here on Bitcoin, we started moving up here around about the 20th of July. See that point there? Now the reverse happened with USDT, where the chart started dropping on the 20th of July. So money flowed out of USDT into crypto, started flowing from that point on. And you can see how it's flowed all the way down to where we currently are. And we found support on this level 2.6. And now what has happened is that we've got a trend line in place here from the 20th of July that is touched again on the end of September. And we are coming very close to this trend line. Now, if we do break through this trend line, it means it's going to be a bullish move for USDT up, which means that money will flow into stable coins. But if we get rejected here and we move down, that'll be a good thing, which means Bitcoin will hopefully move up from there. So that is where we are on the crypto market in a higher time frame. On a shorter time frame, as I say, we are very close to possibly losing support here. If we do go through, break this support line here, we will move down, possibly down to 58,000, find support there and move up from there. Now, the key area will be if we do find resistance now at 63, which was previous support, or if we can break through it and carry on going up again. It's too difficult to say right now what is going to transpire once we get to this level. But we really are right now at a make or break area for Bitcoin to see what it's going to do, possibly in the next 24 hours. But nonetheless, guys, if we just have a look at a website called Crypto Bubbles, and what I'm looking at here is the moves in some of these altcoins in the last week on the Binance exchange. And even though crypto market, even though Bitcoin has been going sideways, we've seen some lovely moves in some of these altcoins. Keeper 3, 300%, LTO 100%, IOTX 100%, WAX 50%. If we go to another exchange like where there's a lot more of these altcoins versus Binance, we've seen some other massive moves there. Render's a gaming token. It's now become quite a hot coin. It's done 100% in the last week. RMRK, that has got to do with the parachains, got parachains 158%, ITX 100%, LTO 100%. Another gaming token, IOTZ 124%, LRC 58%. So needless to say, there are some coins that have been moving, in the last week or so. So we need to take advantage of what the market is giving us. We need to adjust our strategy, what the market is giving us on an ongoing basis. The last thing I wanted to show you was really those 2017 coins. And these are the majors. I don't know if you can remember what I showed you last week or the week before, how the money flows from Bitcoin to the major alts. Now, we've seen some nice moves in the last week on some of these major alts. One of them is Litecoin, and it's on the 8th of November. That was last week, Monday. 8th was last week, Monday, I think, Johnny. We saw a nice move up from Litecoin that has really been doing nothing for quite a while now. Massive breakthrough, that trend line to the upside. If we go and look at some other Bitcoin Cash, same story, nice move up to the top of this trend line. We go and look at Ethereum, hit an all-time high on the 9th of November, 10th of November, of almost $4,900. So NEO, also very nice move up on NEO. But nonetheless, market is starting to show signs of life. The same sort of things that we used to see in 2017 are now really starting to come to life here. And it is still very exciting times in crypto land. That's all from me, Donnie.
Cool. Thank you, Jason. And well said. You always have the ability to make it look so easy, and as if everyone will be able to go and chart and go look at it. And that's the key, to help the community to see that happen. So thank you very much for that. Richard, thank you. I see that you're busy answering questions in the chat box. The guys are keeping you busy. Thank you for that. And let's go to our protege. Andre, every week you come and show us what you learned in the last week. Now, Andre is a 23-year-old Kryptonian, or one of these funny guys that got into crypto only this year. He, in February this year, only got into crypto. He's managing a huge portfolio, and he's learning weekly. And every week he just comes and show us what he's learning. So, Andre, please show us what you learned this week.
Thanks. I heard I'm a funny guy, so that's a good thing. That means my jokes work. Anyways, yeah, I told the other day I can already be a father because I already have the jokes. Yeah, but anyways, I just quickly want to share with you guys. I use TradingView a lot because I like to chart, and that is what I love to do. And the other day, there's a lot of updates that comes through with TradingView, and I use the app on my laptop and on the phone and everything. But so this list, everybody knows about the lists you create and all of that stuff. So let me just move my stuff here closer, and I hope this can help you. Just quickly, I'm quickly gonna share my screen with you guys. Usually, like, you have this list here, market check. So obviously here is way too many. Let me just open this bigger. So there's a lot of charts that I check with my market check. There's some of the Forex stuff and whatever. I don't even know how to trade Forex, but I just know that it's important for the crypto space as well. But there's something great that I saw the other day. So what I usually did when I created the list is, what I did is I created the list, then I went here to the right, to the top by that 3 dots, and then I said export list, and then you have to save it somewhere and then send that to someone, and then they have to come here by the 3 dots and import list, and then they have to import that text. But the thing is, they can't see your charts, and well, they just see that list. But now the great thing is you can come here to the right and you can say share list. So when you tick that, you can copy the link and then you can paste it in the chat. And I think we can try this live. I just know I created a list the other day. I had to help someone, and then I just shared the list. And the great thing is we can quickly just go through and I quickly went here to get you some information. And they say all people who have a link to your list will see it on a separate page in the same way as you see it in advanced mode. They will be able to watch your list as long as you do not turn off sharing mode. They can also copy the list to themselves so they can work on it on their own. So the thing is, what I don't know is, I don't know if the lines are going to be here as well. So usually when you export the list, no trend lines, no nothing is going to be there. So I don't know if we can maybe try this, Jason. Maybe I can share this list and maybe you can test it and see if it's gonna show our trend lines and stuff, or what it's gonna show. So I'm just gonna copy this link. I'm gonna paste this in the chat, and maybe if you are willing, we can check if it works. I don't know if you are using the website or what you are using. First of all, that would be really great if we can see the trend lines as well.
Thank you, Andre. Jason, thank you for trying to load down his list at this moment. Richard, can you see that we have a protege that will push the boundaries on a weekly basis? Every week, we have to come and he tell us, you go do this and you go do that, and I've spotted this and I've spotted that. And that's how we as a community grow, and that's how we expand our knowledge with regards to the tools that we use, because we have this young guy that will go click on stuff that I will never ever thought of clicking on. And all we do is monkey see, monkey do, and we go do what we see Andre have done. Jason, have you been able to get his list yet or not? Okay, we'll give you some time. Go. Okay, so you just got you received the list. Just go click on any one of the list, any
Um,
of the individual coins.
So you should be able to see a lot of coins there because I have my market checked. Lee Mitchell says you should click on chart, probably there at the top. Yeah, probably there. Because I only shared this. Okay, so you can see the chart.
Yes,
Oh.
there's mine as well.
But that can maybe be your own trend lines, eh?
No, that's my own.
And if you check your list there at the top, maybe you can see my list there. Yeah,
No, that's all
you
mine.
scroll down. It should say market check.
Jason?
Yeah, no. Okay,
No,
but
we
anyway,
didn't put-
anyways, guys, we will find out how this thing works. I just know I shared it to someone and it worked. Or maybe I caught him red-handed and he told me it's fine and he didn't check it.
No, we'll figure that one out and come back next week with
I see Lee saying that the charting lines did not pull through. She tried that as well.
Okay,
So
great.
thank you, Lee. Thank you, Jason. But thank you, Andre. I will go and share with you as well during the week, and you share with me, and we'll go sort it out. And
Cool.
we'll make sure that next week you will have more news on that. Andre, is that all you learned this week?
I was quite busy this week. A lot of stuff. Yo, I can't catch my feet. But what I wanted to say was, I'm just scared someone's gonna slap me if I just say Richard. So I'm gonna say Uncle Richard. But this thing you shared with staking and on PancakeSwap, that's actually really crazy. So when the market was at the top, I bought a little bit of cake and then I staked it. And I didn't care to take that small amount out. And the other day, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share this, but guys, this is a community, so I'm just going to share it with you guys. So the other day I added a bit more, but I never thought of how much actually you can make with staking. And I'm just going to get my website open here. And I did some calculations. So let me just wait, sorry. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. So this is now my screen and this is my wallet. So here you can see I have $2 in cake on this staking platform. And you can see there, my recent cake profit is $6.26. And if you go here, type in USD 26 cents or whatever, it's 95 Rand, which is not a lot. But if you go here, and that is earned since your last action, and that's on the 28th of October. So that's about more or less 18 days ago. And I only have $234 in here. So you can go and make the calculations. You can almost say at the end of the month, this is going to be about $10 and that's 150 Rand. And if you add like 10 more, so that's $234. So $234 is 3,500 Rand. So this is no financial advice, but if you maybe added 35,000 Rand and you go add another zero there, which is going to be $100, that's 1,500 Rand each month. That is for free actually. And again, that's no financial advice. That's just a thing you have to think of. And for me, I like cake. I'm always gonna have cake. I just like it. And this is only a staking at a 72% APY. And I thought in the beginning, this was 105% APY. So this thing goes higher and lower and whatever. And the price of cake goes up. And yeah, I'm really bullish about this. And there's a lot of other places where you can see how to stake. And I have this website here. I had it open just now. Let me just get it, staking rewards. And I think you guys should know this. And I'll quickly copy this link and paste this in the chat. So here you can see top 10 crypto assets by stake value. So how much is staked, but I'm not going to go into that. What I want to show you guys is here. So here is the top 10 lending platforms. And here you can select USDT, whatever you want to select. So on USDT, and I'm not sure, I don't really know any of this, but they say you can earn 103%, which I don't know how true is that. So just go play with it here, top staking providers for Solana. So you can type in the coin you want to stake, and then they show you where you can stake that coin. So this is also a nice little website. So Dani, are you happy? Is that enough?
Thank you, Andre. Yes, we have to push the boundaries. We want to see what you learn. You're the young guy that's not afraid to break anything. You go click on everything that we, older generation, will never click on because why should we click on it first and foremost? And secondly, maybe we break the system and I don't get back to the front screen that I was on. So I know Richard is not one of those. He's clicking everywhere always. I put my first cake into the syrup pool when Richard was on the call about 3 months ago when he talked about the decentralization. Or when I cannot even recall when that was, but at that moment we were staking at 111% on that cake, and now it's 78% per annum. So it's not terrible. Richard, comments from you before we go to Marius.
Donnie, just very quickly, well done, Andre. You certainly seem to be on the right track, and yeah, that Staking Rewards is a very good site. I just try and encourage as many people to get involved. One of the things which I'm just going to quickly mention, Donnie, is that we've done 2 programs with 2 different schools where we've run little trading competitions, and I'm talking about primary schools. We haven't got to high schools yet. And we've just seen cryptocurrency being ignited amongst those kids. We've given away trophies and let them have trading competitions. But now all of a sudden, they're also staking cake and earning small amounts of money. And it gets to a point where it's $1 a day, then it's $3 a day, and it just grows. And these are guys that are under sort of, they 12, 14 years old. And if they're already in a business mind frame, the future is really going to be very different. But Andre, yeah, well done. That staking is definitely the way forward. It's exciting to see people. And for the older people, just here's a comment that often helps me, right? There are literally thousands and thousands of staking pools, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed with everything that you need to do. Just take a step back, relax. You only need one profitable, reliable staking pool. Forget about the other 999. Just find one, put some money in it, make a daily return. Then, if you've got a little bit of energy and inclination left over, find another one. Slow progress in this area is a way that you won't get overwhelmed. You'll continually progress. And before you look again, you'll have 10, 15 pools that you're quite well versed at. And of course, if you're not interested in it, you're never going to learn them. It's something that either you're passionate about or you're not. If you're not passionate about it and you don't care, that's why we've got platforms like Altcoin Trader that make staking easy.
Said. Yes, thank you, Richard. Well said. So the place for the older generation, stay on Altcoin. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, that's the way to go. Marius, every week you just share 1 or 2 things that you've, 1 or 2 coins that you traded in the week or something.
Daniel, thank you. Richard, firstly, yes, I also started with the pancake swap a few months ago, and it's really going good. And I actually had to stake my pancake because I bought it very high. So I'm still down on the price, but I'm making it up on the staking and the compounding. Within the next few months, I'm going to have, if I have a break even on that price, I'm going to have a great revenue as well and a great profit. So just from my side, that Richard van Grieren that's working for you, I was privileged to get his number, and he's helping our team tremendously. If we have a problem, I can tell you, if I send him a WhatsApp, it's 5 to 10 minutes later, everything is sorted. So that is one number that I never will give up or out to the team. But I know when somebody in our team asks me for any problems in Altcoin Trader, that Richard is the go-to guy. So yes, Daniel, just from my side, let me just share screen quickly. And we just go there. This is just a coin that let me just start with this coin called UMA. They had a great run this morning, and that's why I'm in the community. And what I just did is that I've got a lot of time on hand, and I decided, listen, take a few $1,000 and get onto a scalp trading course, and just play around with the scalp traders. And you can see here, just they called this coin this morning at 7 o'clock, and we had a great run of nearly 40%. And if you go down to the lower time frames, you can see that there's a lot of percentages that you could write this coin up and down. I personally was in this coin called Win, and I was down on the coin, and I just sent this coin to my long-term portfolio. And when I woke up this morning, I was in profit. I just put in a sell order of 10% more than I bought it in. It was great news for me as well to just be out of Win. But There's still other gains also after I went out of the coin. But what does Craig always say? Take your profit. If you don't take your profits, somebody else will. So just by sharing with you this, and I'm actually busy with this exercise by just taking $100, trading it on a daily basis, 5% per day. You can see in month 7, you can be on $1 million. Take $1,000, and even if you don't do 5% per day, and you just start by compounding, look at that. After month 5, you will be on $1 million. I started with this exercise on the 27th of September. Started playing around with coins, and you can see the growth here on some of these coins that I just got on a daily basis. And if you take this percentages, and you can see the average percentage here is 8.7% per trade, and this month already on 17.92%. So yeah, Daniel, that is all from my side. As I said, this is just a small part of my portfolio that I'm playing around with just to keep myself busy. But it's a nice hobby, and while I have the hobby, I make money from it. Thank you, Daniel.
Cool. Thank you, Marius, for that. Last words from everybody around. Robin, Richard, we're going to end with you. Andre, last words from you for tonight.
Yeah, guys, last time I told you guys about my brother that I helped him to invest in crypto monthly. And again, like Richard said, on Altcoin Trader, and that's what he does with his crypto is once he bought his Bitcoin, his Ethereum, you just go and stake it. It is super, super easy. There's no transaction costs. There is no transaction costs and fees and stuff. And it's fast, it's really quick. So if you want to swell it, you can just go and take your crypto out and just sell it if you want to or not. So that is for the guys that really doesn't want to get into crypto and go learn everything. But this is the future. So rather start doing it now than later.
Cool. Thank you, Andre. We appreciate that. Allow me to show you our YouTube page, our YouTube channel for the Crypto School. We started it last year and got advice and stopped it because we are live on Facebook and everything's available on Facebook. We restarted the YouTube channel again just a month ago. And today we reached 100 subscribers. So thank you for everyone subscribing to our YouTube channel. All our chats and all our recordings are on there available. Thank you, Richard. You'll see Richard's face is there regularly. But so I would like to encourage you to go the Crypto School, just go find our YouTube page and please go assist us, help us build it. That's where you find the information. That's where you find the videos. And if you want to share this video tonight with someone, tomorrow by lunchtime, I'll have it up on our YouTube channel. And it's condensed. It's a smaller file to go look at. So if you want to send it forward, please go look at our YouTube channel. Jason, last words from you.
Donnie, I just want to say that crypto is alive and well. Richard mentioned those last 2 sectors around gaming and metaverse. I see massive upside in those coins in the next couple of months. We've already seen in the last week or 2 how some of those coins are. And all I'm saying is that you have to be part of a community to get to know what's happening on a daily basis, what's brand new coming into the crypto scene. And I encourage everybody to be part, get involved with this community with us so we can help you. And Donnie, and to see green candles for the next couple of months in crypto, and we really are an exciting time of our lives.
Oh, thank you, Jason, and we appreciate what you bring to the team. Richard, the last word tonight is with you, buddy.
Donnie, thanks very much. Just 2 quick comments. First of all, guys, if you're new to crypto, if you may be on this call for the first time and you're thinking, I'm not a trader, this is all very complicated, just take a breath. Cryptocurrency is very simple. You don't have to trade. The most profitable thing you can do in crypto is actually be in crypto. Just simply buying 100 or 200 rands worth of crypto every month and leaving it doing nothing is a responsible thing that you should be doing as a financial adult, in my humble opinion. Even if you don't want to use Altcoin Trader, any crypto exchange is a good option. Just make sure that you do get involved in crypto. And then last of all, if you are new to the space, there is no free money. Anyone contacting you wanting to give you free money is probably a scammer. Be savvy. Newbies are very often scammed out of their cryptocurrency. So take it easy. Anything that's too good to be true is probably a scammer or a fake story. Take it easy, have realistic expectations, and consider it an investment into your future. I often joke with my friends and I say to them, if you're not in crypto, you're not a financially responsible adult. I'm going to try and take a softer tone, but that is genuinely what I think. So guys, be safe out there and make sure that you are involved in cryptocurrency. It is the future. It is the way that we are going as the evolution to the financial system. That's it from me, Donnie.
Oh, thank you, Richard. And thank you for coming and spending family time that you could have spent with family with us as a community. We really appreciate that. Take our thanks back to your team. We appreciate what they do. You've heard the comments coming from the team tonight. It's an absolute song working with Altcoin Trader. Ladies and gentlemen, to the team that contributed tonight, Andre, Marius, Jason, thank you very much for all the contributions. Ed, thank you for your contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, crypto is a team game. We enjoy each other's company. We make good friends, but we make money too. Have a blessed one. We wish you green candles for the week ahead. Cheers, everyone.